here, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing a little DIY home project. So I have gotten my supplies from Lowe's. So I want to do it's called a wood accent slat wall. So it's not going to be a big one. It's going to be a decent, little pop to kind of make something different in the room. So that's what I want to be doing today. But if you are new here, once you subscribe, you then become a member of the Prime. That just means you are all beautiful lioness and lions embrace and remain. So once you subscribe, you join the pride, okay? But let's get to it. All right, so voiceover Keke is stepping in. So the wood that I'm using is lattice, and the person who helped me cut the wood, he said that this is what the gardeners use when they create that fence that kind of creates an X. I'll put a picture up because I know that was a horrible explanation. But what I'm doing is using the pieces that he cut to kind of separate each piece. I'm gonna use that as my separation, I guess you can say, so it can stay the same interval throughout each piece. And after I finished that, I did my measurements because I need to make sure I get it as close as possible on the wall. It's a little hard to do this way, in my opinion, because the wood wasn't as straight as it could have been. But this is what I got as my measurement. So now I'm just gonna head over to the wall and do that. And like I said, this isn't gonna be a huge accent wall. It's just gonna kind of serve as a divider because this wall that I'm on is so long. I just needed some type of separation, something. And here I have a laser leveler. I know that is not the correct term, but I'm just using that to create my straight lines for the masking tape. So it was a little difficult to do this, and mind you, I did this all by myself. Boo Bear was doing something else at the time and I didn't want to take him away, but y'all know I'm a DIYer. I love a good little challenge. I love to try new stuff, so I was very excited to give this a go. I really like to paint, so I knew that part wasn't a problem, but I wanted to see if I could create this accent wall by myself. And when I tell you the end result, oh, it was so rewarding. I'm like, okay, I can literally do anything I put my mind to, and I'm gonna do that. Like, I kind of wish I would have went to school for like carpentry or something, because I can be out here building houses and like stuff like that. So this is how we're looking so far. I got the top lined off as well as the bottom. So I'm actually about to eat really quickly, and then I'll come back and we'll start painting. And y'all, it's so important to take breaks, because when I tell you, when I get to going and I want to get to the end, sometimes I forget. It's not intentional, but take your breaks, eat your lunch, drink your water, stay hydrated, do all of that. But I'm going in with this black paint. I cannot recall it off the tip of my tongue right now, but I will put it on the screen for you. But this is by Valspar and I got it from Lowe's. And y'all, look at this. This is just one coat and one swipe of the paint on the brush. Like, come on. And I'm gonna finish that whole wall with just that one dip in the paint. Like, that's crazy. But later on you will see me go in for a second coat because I wanted her to be like bold. So yeah, I'll just let you watch and enjoy me painting. now that the accent wall is done, while that's drying, I'm gonna start staining the wood. So I'm gonna do that on this palette over here and let everything dry overnight, and then we'll come back in the AM and then we'll get the sticking, okay? When I say sticking, so I'm not gonna be using nails because for one, I don't have a nail gun. For two, he said this wood is so thin that if you nail it, it can split. And actually when he was cutting it for me, it did split, so don't wanna run that risk. So I was gonna use caulk. He said I could use that, but then I'm like, I don't want it to become sloppy. I put too much and then it starts spewing on the side. So I'm gonna be using, where's my tools? I am going to be using this 3M double-sided tape. So I'm just gonna put pieces along it and then we're gonna stick it on. I've heard great things about this tape, so I'm sure it will stick. It can hold up to 15 pounds. They even have some that can hold up to 30, but these are light pieces of wood, so I think maybe 5 or 6 running along it will do just fine. So yeah. So we are going in with the staining now, and I'm using the Minwax staining in the red chestnut color. I got it from Lowe's, but if you don't feel like going to Lowe's, I will link it in my Amazon storefront for you. But y'all, I definitely do not recommend doing this indoors. I don't know why I did that. I guess because everything was already laid out with the paint, the tarp, everything. But y'all, I had to open the window all the way and the fan was on full blast because I was in there dying. I don't know why I didn't have a mask. We didn't have one. I didn't feel like going back out, so I was trying to hurry it up. You hear me? I was hurrying. But it is very pungent, I can say that, so be prepared for that. I was gonna do it in the garage, but I didn't feel like moving all that stuff again, and it just made sense at the time for me to do it right here. But as you can see, I am just wiping the coat on like so. I was trying to go for the same stain that was on the dresser drawers to my right that's off camera, but I could not match that up. I don't know what was going on. This is definitely darker than that, more cooler than the tone on the dresser. But it's okay because I'm not really going for set tones all throughout. I'm just going for warm earthy tones, greens, camels, browns, whatever the case it is, because I got a couple different browns in the room. But this is what we're looking like, and I allowed that to dry overnight, and then we will begin installing them on the wall. But before we do that, we need to take off this paint because the wall is dry now. And as you can see, I'm just doing that like so. The lines are very straight. I'm here for the crispiness. And look at that coat of black. Like, is it something about black? I love me some black, whatever it is. And a black paint. We painted our bedroom wall black and I'm obsessed. We haven't finished decorating in there yet, so I will show you that very soon. I haven't forgotten, but still hadn't done a full house tour yet because we still got a long way to go, but that will be coming as soon as it can. So now, since the lines are looking mighty crispy, I am going in to just kind of measure it out. So I know this one is going to start on the tail end, and I already put my 3M tape, my double-sided tape, on the back sides. I did like 7 or 8 running along the entire piece of wood, and then I just go down and make sure to press firmly on the wall so that it is secure. And then after this one is secured, I'm going to go in with one of those small blocks, which is the remaining, to space them out. But before we do that, I do want to show you how I cut the 3M tape and put it on. So I like to go ahead and do it all at once. It's kind of tough to remove that back layer of the double-sided tape, the piece of plastic. It is so tough, so I had to get through all of that. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing. But yeah, I used 1 roll and some change of the second roll. I got 2 for this project, and they were like $5 a piece, so that's a steal. And then I'm not having to drill holes in the wall, and then I'm not having to use caulk because I knew caulk was not going to work for me. I already can't stand gluing something and there's excess glue on the side, so this was a perfect solution for me. But that little piece of wood there, I'm just, as you can see, running it alongside just to make sure it's got the same interval between each piece. And y'all, I'm finished with the wall. Before I show you a close-up, I want to make a quick change to my mirror. As you can see, she's trimmed in silver, which is great. I love her. But to go with my room a little better, I feel like lined in black, like that would just set it off. The mirror in our bedroom is trimmed in black and she is stunning. So I was like, let me do this. But I didn't want to paint it and potentially damage, because let's say if I wanted to go back to silver down the road, like how could I do that if I paint it over it and then it's just messy? So I bought some duct tape. This duct tape was $5 at Lowe's. And y'all, this is not sponsored. I just really love shopping at Lowe's. Been shopping there since, you know, a kid with my grandma and mom. But yes, just line the duct tape and like slide her down. Like, it's literally a cheap and effective way to change the appearance of something without potentially damaging it. And it probably took me about 30 minutes to do this little transformation, which is not bad. Far away, you cannot tell it's duct tape, but obviously if you're like right up on it, like eyes close to it, like where I'm at now, you can tell, but I'm okay with it. Like, I'm literally okay. She's getting the job done and she's looking the way I want her to look. So look at Kilu, always supervising. And if you have a little extra down there, just cut it off like so. And yes, y'all, like she's pretty much almost done. Just doing the top here. Like, look at the difference. Like that, like you cannot tell me that's duct tape right now. You can't. Because if I didn't tell you and you just saw it right off bat, you would have been like, oh, okay, that's a black trim mirror. Not at all did I think, you know, you duct taped it. But look at the difference, the little transformation. Something subtle and it's so minimal, but I love it. It already makes the room look totally different. So here is just a glimpse of everything completed. My newly trimmed black mirror. I did not have to go out and buy another mirror. So stoked about that. And here is the accent wall. She is gorgeous. She perfectly matches the pillows that are on my couch. I overshot the black paint a little bit too far on the right, as you can see, but I actually am in love with that. I like that a lot. So I'm not even mad at it. But yes, this is the finished product of both things. Like, I am so obsessed with how everything turned out. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments, and if you would try this project for yourself. And if you do, I want to see it. So make sure you follow me on IG and tag me in it, because I want to see. But yes, here is the wall close up. The brown is just gorgeous. Like I said, she brings out the pillows. Absolutely gorgeous. Actually considering staining our patio this color and the deck that we're gonna get built soon in the future. So yes, if y'all want to see more content like this from me, stay tuned. I just bought a bench that I'm going to attempt to reupholster, so if you want to see that, make sure to leave it in the comments. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye.